Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again, another reaction for you guys. Today, guys, of course, here continuing the journey of Generator Rex. This is Season 1, Episode 6. Of course, I won't know the title until I get into the episode. I really liked last week's episode, and I'll tell you why. Besides, I like all the episodes for the most part, I really do, because it's really fun. I'm liking this new world we're getting introduced to, and it's going to take me some time to get used to some of the names, but I really am enjoying the journey so far with Generator Rex. What I really liked about last week's episode specifically was that the villain, the architect, if you will, which was, I think that was the title of the episode as well, but the architect guy was actually a robot, and there's a computer within this giant like structure within like this desert where they have like a hologram surrounding this like, you know, forest type setting with all these people that are engineers or whatever, and they're creating this thing, and they don't realize they're actually helping destroy and kill everything on the planet because it's wanting to destroy all the nanites or whatever basically that can turn people into Evos and everything. Like the computer program and the architect, the robot, wants to destroy everything, and they don't know what they're working on, all these people that are actually seem like decent people, right? And so I like the fact that it was a different type of enemy, villain, if you will, because we've been just seeing Evos pretty much up to this point. Obviously, it's only been a couple of episodes because we just started the show a little bit ago, but still, I like the change there. It was nice. Now, I like the fact that Rex did go in, ultimately end up going back to Providence. Is that the name? See, I'm having difficulty. It's been a really really rough couple of days. Apologies, but he did go back at the end of the episode. I wasn't sure, but I'm like, I think he might though, but I don't know. I actually would have preferred maybe him not, just so keeps up the kind of guessing game of what's going to be happening in the future of the show. But ultimately, he went back and he wanted more of a kind of family structure because he got a little bit of that within the compound, if you will, within the area where everything kind of went to shit. But still, it was a really fun episode. I had a good time with it. So we'll see what happens in this episode. You guys were commenting saying, oh boy, I can't wait for Chainsaw to see this one. So I don't know what's going to happen here. Let's get into it now, guys. Let's check it out. Let's go. Right away. What the hell's going on?
I'm picking up a problem. You need to return to base immediately.
Yeah?
I miss you too, Doc. I'm kind of busy dealing with a problem of my own.
Oh, it's even creepier. Ugh. A very unique design, I'll say that.
Big mistake, Tweety.
Tweety? Oh my god.
Rex, your own nanite count is off the charts. If you take on any more nanites, we're looking at an overload.
You're already over capacity.
What's gonna happen if he goes over capacity?
Rex!
You need me and I can handle it. Not your call.
Careful, Jesus, there you go. Looks like an older version of one of the bullies from Ben 10. What the fuck is happening? Oh my god. She warned you. She did warn you. Oh my god. You were warned, Rex. Oh, he's back to normal. For now.
We need to perform an emergency offload right away.
Come on, Doc. It's not that bad.
Just a few clicks from Paradise Base.
Paradise Base.
This is Holiday. Prep the nanite tank for emergency offload.
I'm not scheduled to be here for another 2 weeks.
We have a situation.
Yeah, we have a situation.
You have a situation? So you're just gonna have to turn around and come back when... Think again, pal.
Unless you want to be responsible for the loss of Providence's #1 asset and unleashing
Number
the
one.
deadliest concentration of active nanites since the event.
What are you waiting for? Deal me in. Gonna need a lot more green than that, chimp. Whoa.
What the crap? That's a gigantic machine. Jesus.
I know it's not pleasant, Rex, but we don't have a choice. But it's the only way we can ensure you won't accidentally activate any nanites during the transfer.
I know, but that stuff always gives me weird dreams.
Come on, Rexy. You can do it. Stay with us.
Wait. Who are these people?
Talks to them.
Mom and Dad, maybe? I'm just guessing. I have no idea. Oh, that was a weird visual. Oh, okay. Is this really happening, or is this all in his head? Like a dream? I think this is a dream. I mean, it could be real. I don't know. I mean... Oh, shit.
Hello?
Did he not notice people before? Seriously, did he not notice them?
Salamander? Wild wolf? Just a dream. Oh, this is so not a dream.
I mean, it still could be, though. That was close, my god.
What's the kid doing
There's a cantor in there.
This was supposed to be routine. Something's not right.
He thinks we've done something.
Oh.
Keep thinking.
Careful. Oh, shit. So they didn't do something? I'm confused. It said routine. What does that mean? I'm about to say, you can't run that. Nice. That was good. Big feet. Wait.
Weaver?
Oh!
You're okay. I'm picking up activity. A lot of activity.
Shit. Yeah, okay, this guy's not to be trusted.
Firewolf, Scalamander, are you there? It's safe. I've taken care of everything.
Ooh!
The nanites inside me can counteract knockout gas.
Okay, they're good. Okay. Jesus.
Who you working for?
Van Cleis. That's why
Van
Firewolf and
Cleis.
Scalamander came knocking.
Weaver and his crew have been trading Rex's surplus nanites for cash.
You panicked and gassed us before we could catch you in the act. Keep away from me, freak! Come any closer, and I vent this entire tank!
They're deactivated nanites, Weaver.
Found a way to reactivate them.
What's the matter, Doc? Think you're the only genius working for Providence? You're all just gonna leave this base like nothing ever happened.
Yeah,
They
that's
give
gonna
safe
happen.
Passage and total immunity.
Exactly. Get Dr. Holiday out of there. She's not supposed to be here right now.
Whatever happens here, Beaver, it's nothing compared to what Van Cleis would have done to you.
I'll shut it down.
Rex, we don't have time.
Yeah.
We have to go.
Are you gonna get the fuck out? You better get the fuck out. Let's go. They're leaving you there, man. You're just a lost cause at this point. My God. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. It's a kaiju. It's probably is it the biggest one we've ever seen, maybe? Yeah, probably. Holy shit.
What do you say, guys? Common enemy?
Okay, little help. He's like, what was that? Oh! It isn't nothing. It doesn't care. The design of it.
All right, I'll try to maneuver him.
That's interesting. My God, look at this. The noise of it. The noise, Jesus. Here's the thing, you can't actually hurt it, I don't think. You know? Oh, maybe? So it does have a weakness. Oh, wow. Giant hand. My God, yeah. This is the biggest one we've seen so far. Even bigger than the one in the pilot.
You just have to hold
How are they
on
going to
till the
stop it?
airstrike.
The airstrike, yeah, because he can't absorb all that.
An airstrike?
Do not cure. That's an order.
I just said he can't, and he's about to try it. Oh my God, Rex. This might kill him. I mean, I know he's not gonna die because the show's gotta go on, but Jesus. He's gonna pull him off it. That's what he's doing. Yep.
Command error detected. Abort. Abort. Stand by. Engage.
That's a
Did I
new
say
look.
something?
A little bit.
Before?
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
It's not dead. It isn't dead.
Guess I'm not the only one who needs a little backup.
This is Purgatory Base.
You don't think Providence would risk leaving its most valuable asset without a backup facility. I picked this up during the offload.
What?
It's nanite. I'm sure of it.
And there you guys have it. This was a lot. This episode was a lot, but this was great. I really enjoyed it. There was a lot of interesting little things that occurred in this episode that I definitely want to touch on because I'm like, I think we got a little bit of information in terms of potentially him first being found in terms of like when the explosion happened and the nanites and everything, and then he was like doing like a test or whatever to see if he can control his device or whatever, and there's like some doctors there and all that, and then of course the gigantic, humongous, like kaiju sized Evo, which we had seen one in the pilot. This one definitely was bigger, and all that. And there's a couple of things as well I want to touch upon that I think is really interesting about the episode. So I actually have the voice cast pulled up here in terms of this episode, because verifying it's Agent 6. It's not Agent 66 or whatever. It's Agent 6. Rex, of course. We have Dr. Holiday. So we had Scalamander and Beowulf, who are, of course, working for Van Cleis. And they were in the episode. And the thing was, when Rex woke up, and presumably, I'm thinking first, is this a dream or something? Because he mentioned dreams. Because Rex said once he gets that, that gas, he has these weird dreams. I'm like, is this a dream? No, it's not. But when he confronted them outside of the base, which is called Paradise Base in the middle of the Antarctica or something like that, they really didn't specify, but remember they did, I just don't remember, but it was out in the middle of some Arctic place that was just like basically just no one's around. It's very isolated, called Paradise, this base. Rex mentions, what have you done to my friends? What have you done, Dr. Holiday, Agent 6? What have you done to them? And of course Bobo, it's not Boo Boo, it's Bobo. I think it's Bobo. They said, like, they were talking to each other and they're both going like, did he say that we did something? Well, let's let him keep thinking that we did something. So they haven't done anything yet, at least. So there was Weaver. I think it's Troy Baker. So it says Troy Baker Weaver. I think that's the character's name because the voice cast goes away after this one screen here. So Weaver, this guy, was at the base. He's like, you're not supposed to be here for another 2 weeks. And he's acting like kind of just angry. My first thought immediately was, something's going on here, or something's not right here. Especially when Beowulf and Scalamander show up, which are really cool designs, by the way, for these characters. Are really cool designs. I'm like, something's wrong here. Because, like they said, this is protocol. They're actually there because that guy who's running the Paradise Base is actually giving nanites, not like basically shut off nanites, active nanites to them to give to Van Cleis. He's actually working for Van Cleis. So he's in Providence, but he's actually, so I'm wondering if it's because he did say that Rex is a freak or something, like, get away from me, freak, or something like that. So he clearly has a hatred for, I guess, Evos or something, or maybe he's against the whole idea of Providence. I don't know, but he's within the system, working against it and giving these nanites he's somehow activating to Van Cleis. Of course, this all turns on him. We'll get to more of that in a little bit. The actual opening of the episode was interesting. So there was I don't think they could really give an explanation to what was happening back at the base. Because the opening is, the alarm's going off, Dr. Holly's like, Rex, and then he's like, I miss you too, It's like, I got most of it going on. We had like this bird, I don't know how to explain the other kind of like design on like the face structure or whatever, but we had this flying Evo that was a really interesting design. And this is the thing I've really noticed about this show. The Evo designs are really interesting. Like they are, and even just characters and designs in general, because Beowulf and Scalamander, they're very interesting designs for those characters. Van Cleis is a pretty cool design when we've seen him. The Evo, of course, the opening, the flying Evo was really cool. And then, of course, the gigantic Kaiju, like the designs of them have been really intricate and different. And you don't know what to, at this point, I don't know what to expect when we come across an Evo, because they've all been mostly unique and they stand out from others. Like there hasn't been 2 Evos that really look alike really since we started the show. Of course, we're only 6 episodes in, but they're very interesting designs. So we have this flying Evo, and then apparently, I don't know how exactly this happened, Rex apparently was overloading on nanites. They really didn't explain it. I'm guessing because he was constantly using different things or whatever, flying around. He's attacking another Evo who has nanites. I don't know, but we start seeing like these bulging, like gray, like masses popping in and out of him, and he's like struggling. And then at one point, there's like an explosion of like little tentacles or whatever coming out, and there's like little wires coming out of his hand at one point when he's on the ground and everything on top of that rooftop, and his hands down on the ground of it, and he's like, it's a very interesting visual. But apparently this has happened before, because the way they were kind of wording is like, well, this is, we go to this base to offload nanites so that Rex can be back to kind of normal, because I guess there's only a certain amount of nanites he can control at once, or at least his body can control. And then while he's drifting off into sleep, and after the whole debate, or not debate, but more of a like angrily discussion with the guy running the base, or of course he's, working against them, he's like, it gives me weird dreams. So apparently he's had weird dreams before, and maybe he's thought things have happened that he thinks he's awake for that isn't real, because then later on when he finally wakes up after the end of the episode, he's like, It's like, well, I had a weird dream. Like, no, it wasn't a dream. It wasn't a dream. Now we're in purgatory, which is now in a desert setting. So they have a backup to, in case something happens. There's another backup. But so they offload Rex's nanites, and he goes to sleep. And then we see this visual. It looks like he's laying in like some sort of hospital bed or something. And there's a bunch of people, and they're all like kind of grayed out and silhouetted, so you can't really see. But you're hearing these voices. Rex, right? Something like, I'm like, what's happening here? Let me actually go back and because I actually have the scene pulled up here. So the dreams. Okay, so I'm gonna be listening to it. Let's do this.
Come on, Rexy. You can do it.
Rexy. Come on, Rexy. Stay. So that has to be his dad. Calling him Rexy. That's something a dad would do. That's the silhouettes. And now the next one, it's like a light, and then there's 3 doctors, and there's this machine or kind of device he has fingers on. It's rotating, and eventually in a minute these 3 doctor looking figures are going to morph into Evo, kind of like deformed great creatures. But we have an older guy, and I thought at first, is that J.K. Simmons' character? But I don't think so. It could be, though. It could be him, a little bit younger, gray out hair. We have a guy standing in the middle with brown hair, and then we have a woman who isn't Dr. Holiday. I don't believe that's Dr. Holiday. It could be, but I don't think so. But it could be a younger Dr. Holiday with glasses and shorter hair, but I don't know. If that's not Dr. Holiday standing on the right here of this image, maybe these 2 figures here are his mom and dad. Maybe. Just throwing it out there. Because I'm thinking, because when Van Clyce said in the first episode when they met, Van Clyce said, I think he said the line or something similar, saying, we were there when it happened. We were there when it occurred, or something like. So I don't know if that meant that Van Clyce and Rex were both there when the explosion initially occurred of the nanite destruction or the explosion or whatever. And maybe that explains how Rex has his abilities and Van Clyce has his certain abilities, because they were actually within the area. But what is the difference between if potentially it sounds like Rex's dad saying, come on, Rex, no. So they weren't in fact affected like he was? Are Van Clyce and Rex related? Possibly. I don't know. I really hope we find out this information, and I feel like it probably will be revealed if they are indeed related somehow, or whatever the truth is about what actually happened the day the nanite explosion occurred. Because apparently, because there's no real other explanation in terms of like how Rex is able to control his nanites and create these forms of flying, the gigantic gun, the sword, which he used on the gigantic kaiju that we saw within the episode here, and other things he's used, like the giant legs or whatever, and then like the snowmobile type vehicle he was using to run away from Beowulf and Scalamander. So, there's got to be some sort of something. Like, how can he control it, but no one else with Evos or nanites can? So the actual gigantic Kaiju Evo, very cool design. The color scheme is kind of interesting with like this kind of off-whitish, a little bit darker than that kind of color, and then this kind of gray tentacle. Like, and I was thinking too, when he's like they're struggling, and then you see like what looks like tentacles from like an octopus popping out of his back. I'm surprised they're showing that kind of shit, because this is a kids show. I mean, it's for a little bit older kids, but still, that's some pretty messed up visuals even for a little kid. I mean, it's not like to the point it's like TVMA shit like Invincible or whatever, but you get what I'm saying. But the design is very cool. I'm looking at it right now. It's a very cool design. It's got a crazy looking like structure, and the face is kind of strange as well, and the back is kind of bulgy with that kind of color as well. It's a very interesting, crazy design, and it makes sense because he absorbs so many nanites. They didn't explain if he's dead or not. I don't know. Maybe he's just passed out or whatever, and maybe they'll be able to find a way to cure him, or maybe there's no way to cure him right now, or maybe he's incurable because he has so many nanites. There's no way they can actually reverse him. I don't know. But then the ending, Holiday says something about, because Rex was mentioning as he's trying to absorb the nanites out of the gigantic kaiju-sized Evo system set. What was the actual wording? Because I think this is the beauty of this, because I actually listened. So it made a point to focus, because at first, and my mic is kind of in the way of the play button here, so I'm kind of looking around. But yeah.
Build protocol enabled. Command error detected. Abort. Abort. Stand by. Engage.
So I'm not sure what that means, but I think he called off the airstrike. Somehow. And then Dr. Holiday says, I picked up some stuff and there's some zeros and ones, and then Agent 6 is like, I think there's more to him than we understand, or more inside him that we don't understand at all. And I think that's the thing too, because Rex is the only one of besides Cersei, who is an Evo, but she only has one thing she can do that we know in terms of distorting her mouth and creating the sonic waves, kind of like a canary cry from like DC, like Black Canary. Rex can do a lot of different things with his Evos, so Rex is really the only unique individual in terms of he can do multiple things with his Evos and nanites, sorry. That I think, there is more that we still don't understand, and I don't think he can understand. He doesn't know either. I mean, he said those words and he doesn't remember saying anything. So something was going on in that moment. He was able to hear the nanites talking, so I don't know. But this was a very interesting episode. I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. I'm curious to know what you guys thought about this episode. I'm curious to know your thoughts. Whatever thoughts you guys have, let me know in the comments below. I'm really enjoying the show. Can't wait to check out what happens next. Talk to you guys soon. Peace out.